Every week we meet for 3 hours of lecture and 1 hour of seminar. So in a class of 160 students, right, we have 8 seminars of 20 students each. Right, and each of the seminars are headed by a graduate student. So we have contact, right, in that fashion as well. So students don't just become a name, right? We actually get to know who they are.
There could be studies of Indigenous studies on Cree narrative or memory, or Mohawk Haudenosaunee traditions. Political, there's also environmental studies. That's a new program here at Trent University. There's a lot of fine arts too, dancing, Indigenous dancing, singing, but basically a lot of history knowledge, cultural knowledge, language. It's open to everybody. There's a lot of Indigenous people for all nations, like Cree, Inuit, Mohawk, Algonquin, Anishinaabe, Blackfoot, and it's also open to non-Indigenous students who want to take the Indigenous program.
I've been interested in Indigenous cultures for a long time, and to actually realize that I didn't know anything about that experience was quite profound for me.
Most of Indigenous courses are not based in the classroom. So a lot of teachers who are from Indigenous environmental sciences like to go for hikes, go out into the forest and to sit in a talking circle and discuss readings or assignments or anything, you know, in the environment.
We bring in traditional teachers and elders, not just for the elders gathering, but we have what's called pine tree talks and the traditional teachings that are held in the teepee. And that is a time that is separate from the lecture, separate from the seminars, and again, just smaller groups, but where you get to actually meet these traditional teachers and elders personally.
That's what I plan to do when I'm done school, is to take my degree back to my community and help the kids get through their education, because I want them to want to go off coming to university. So don't be scared. I was scared when I first stepped in this building. It's only hard if you make it hard. If you can get through high school, you can get through university here, you know, as long as you got the supports. That's what Trent is all about, is the supports. That's why I came here, is because they had the disability service supports, and they also had tutoring. They had people here who are willing to help you through anything that you're struggling with.
We are very almost family oriented. We care about the whole person. We value each student that comes into our department, and we respect the fact that they've brought in their own stories, their own experiences, their own education. And so in that way, the learning can almost become reciprocal. And there's also a lot of social activities that go on with the department, which also makes us unique, I think. We have lots of gatherings, and they're open to the students and their families. And if the families have children, the children are always welcome to come. And in that way, we form our own little community. It's a great place to be. Yeah.
In this course, there are 2 major assignments. Right? The first one is a homelands assignment, right, in which we ask you to go back, right, and look at your home, right, in a very different fashion. And the second one is a colonization, right, paper, in which you go back and look at your family's history. So the assignments are all intended to take you out of the classroom and ground what you're learning in your own experience. Right? It's a very much an Indigenous way of teaching. Our focus is on Indigenous knowledge. Right? So what we have tried very hard to do is to say we have a system of knowledge, and we have a set of knowledge that is been built up, right, on this land for millennia. And so we bring that to the table. Right? No other university does that.